In this video, we are going to learn about the HTML tag. The HTML tag or anchor tag serves as a fundamental element in web development. It's primarily used to create hyperlinks, which enables us to add links to other web pages, resources, or files within our web page. Let's see how we can use the A tag or the A element in our code. Whatever we want to show to our users must be defined somewhere inside the body element. So here we have an HTML file. Inside the body element, I type less than sign character, A greater than sign character, and Visual Studio automatically completes the code. To create a simple link, we just need to type the title of the link in the content area of the A tag. As you know, the content area of an element is the place between the opening and closing tag. So here I type test link. In the preview, we see that it doesn't look like a link yet. Why? Because A tags have an attribute called href. href defines the destination URL of the link, and URL means Universal Resource Locator, or the address of our resource. By default, the value of this attribute is empty. You know that each HTML element has some attributes, and attributes have default values. If you don't specify anything to an attribute, its default value will be used. Attributes allows us to change the default behavior of an HTML tag. To change the attribute of an element, you need to type the name of the attribute in the opening tag of the element, like what we did here. After the name of the tag in the opening tag, we add a space, then we type the name of the attribute. Then you need to add an equal sign and specify its value, its new value inside quotation marks, like test.html. In this code, whenever user clicks on this link, they will be redirected to this page. Now, when I click on this link in the preview, as you see, I am redirected to this page. But since there is no such file in our website, I got an error message. I go back to our 1.html file. Another attribute of the A tag that you need to know about it is the target attribute. Target equal, and inside double quotes, we need to specify the new value that we want to assign to this attribute. As you see, if we want to change several attributes of an element, we just need to type them in the opening tag and just add one space between consequent attributes. The order of the attributes is not important. You can type the target attribute before or after the href attribute. But you should know that all the attributes must be typed after the name of the element. In this case, after the A tag. Okay, what is the target attribute? The target attribute in the HTML A tag is used to specify how the link content should be displayed. Its default value is underline self, which means that open the link in the same frame or window as the current one. This is the normal behavior of any hyperlink. So if I click on this link, the destination file is replaced with the current file. You see it was 1.html and the destination file should be replaced with the current file. Okay. Another value that you use with this attribute is underline blank. Underline blanks means open the linked document in a new browser window or tab. Whenever you click on the corresponding hyperlink, the browser usually opens a new window or new tab to show the destination file. Here in the preview, we cannot test this behavior. The target attribute can get other value like underline parent and underline type, which we don't care about them in this class, and they are not very commonly used. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the href attribute. I delete this target attribute. We said that in the href, we usually define the address of this link. The address can be relative or absolute. What does it mean? Relative means the destination file or the destination page or the destination resource is somewhere in our own website. The absolute address or the absolute URL means our resource is somewhere in the web, and it can be either our own website or another website. We usually use the absolute URL when we want to point to a page or resource from other websites. Here we used relative address, relative URL. We will learn about the addressing system later, but this means that at the current page, at the current folder, you should find a file like this. And whenever I click on this link, this page must be replaced with the current page. And to see what I said in action, I'm going to create the test.html page. So here in the Explorer, I go here and click New File. Then I choose a name for my page, which is test.html. And I paste the code. I just change the body section. And using h1 tag, I just type test page. Now, in one.html page, when I click on this link, look at here, the destination address replaced with the current page, and you see the content of the destination file in this window. Sometimes you can add a folder to your website like this. Let's say image. I am going to pause the video and an image to this folder. You don't need to know how to add an image to this folder right now. We will talk about it later. Okay, now I have added this image to this folder. If I want to point to this image file, I can type image slash the name of the file. Now I am saying that this resource is somewhere in this address relative to this current file. That means from the current folder you should find a folder called image, and in that folder there is a file called reza.jpg. I want to show that file instead of the current page. Now when I click on this link, that destination resource is shown here. And this says that the destination file is somewhere inside our website. That's why we call it relative URL or relative addressing. Let me go back to the file 1.html. Now let's test the absolute addressing system. The absolute addressing means the complete web address of the resource. So we start with https://www.augusta.edu. This says that whenever a user clicks on this link, they must be redirected to this website. Okay, we cannot test the element with absolute address in the preview mode. To test such elements, we need to store our web page and open them with a real browser like Google Chrome, Safari, or Firefox, something like that. Okay, here you see that a number is shown here in blue circle. That means that two files are changed but not saved. To see the result of your web page, the result of your code in a browser, you need to save all your code. So to save all your code, we go to the File menu, and from the menu, we choose the Save All option. Okay, now you see the blue circle is gone. That means that all the files are saved. I right-click on the file 1.html, and from the opened menu, I choose Reveal in File Explorer. This allows me to open the place that the file is stored. Now our files are here. I double click on the file 1.html, and the file is opened in Google Chrome because Google Chrome is my default web browser. Now when I click on this link, the current page was replaced with the website that I specified here. As you see, it is replaced with the website augusta.edu.